Good afternoon, class. My name is Mario Ruiz, and I decided to do my project over managing stress of two concepts that I incorporated in my everyday life. So every day, at myself, and I know as many of you and other students, we face different types of stressors, whether it's school or family, work, sports, kids, whatever the issue, the list can go on and on and on. Traffic is one big one for me. But what can we do to help manage that stress and better our overall well-being? Throughout this course, we have studied several different ways to help deal with the stress that most of us face in our everyday lives. There are several techniques and concepts that we've studied throughout this book and our literature and all the extra research that we've done on our own. But there were two that I tried out and incorporated in my everyday life that I feel like best suited for me. The two are one, being physically active, and the second one is praying. So starting off with the physically active, there are two types of exercises. One is aerobic and one is anaerobic exercise. The aerobic are more of like long durations, which use larger muscle groups and don't require much more oxygen that can be inhaled. So like a light jog or biking, swimming, walking, any type of thing like that, where it gets you moving, but doesn't require a lot of over excessive energy. And then you have the anaerobic exercises, which are short durations that do require you to use more oxygen that can be inhaled. So this is more of like sprinting or swimming laps in pools at a higher pace. Or the one that came to mind for me was CrossFit type workouts, the Metcon type stuff. So how do you apply exercise in your everyday life? Well, like everything, you start out slowly. You don't want to jump right into it because it could burn you out. You could get hurt, any other situation like that. So what I find best and what I usually advise people is, find a workout routine that fits your fitness level. Not everybody, can come in and be a D1 division athlete and start off, lifting everything and sprinting 6 miles. It just, find what's comfortable that you're going to be able to stay consistent and to stay healthy and safe. Another thing is write down some goals, achievable goals. 5 pounds in a month, or be able to run a 5K or just run a mile or whatever the thing is. Just something that's achievable. That way you have little tickets that you can mark off. Another one is find someone or a group for accountability. It's always easier or more motivating to do something when somebody else is doing it or is going to make sure you're doing it. Know your body and recognize when the exercise doesn't feel right. You don't want to overexert yourself, get hurt, or burn yourself out really quickly to where you're super sore and you don't want to do anything the next day. If your life was like, if you want to walk, start off with walking, then slow jog, and then run. So how does being physically active help with managing stress? Well, not only does exercise help with managing stress, it also helps your overall well-being. Physical activity can help boost the brain's endorphins and make you feel better. Exercise is shown to help reduce the negative effects of stress and can provide your body with a relief from the negative stress. So the stress that you put on your body to lift or run or something like that is going to be a better type than just the everyday stress that we face each day. What I do to incorporate exercise in my schedule is I like to have it written down or written in my schedule to where I make it constant. And I have it scheduled out every morning, 5 a.m. I'm in the gym working out. And then usually every evening about 5:30, I have an accountability buddy that comes over, who's one of my neighbors, and we usually do something together. Another good thing is plan the workout the day before, the week prior, whatever, just to keep that consistency to where you're not looking the time that you're supposed to be working out and flipping through Facebook or Instagram or whatever, trying to find a good workout. The other one is just listen to your body. If you feel like you can push a little harder, push a little harder. Guarantee you'll feel better. It might suck while you're doing it, but it'll feel way better when you're done. But if you feel like you need to take a break, step back, take a break, go lighter, do lighter reps, take a rest day, active recovery, stretch. But stay consistent. The second one is prayer. So I use prayer to manage stress by turning to God and talking to Him and asking Him to help guide me through whatever issues that I may be facing, whether it's a work issue, deadline got moved up and now I got to try to, hurry up and get it done, or my military service, if I, have to go TDY or deploy or something like that, or everyday stressors, just traffic, kids events, family, life events, everything like that. I look to him and ask him for guidance and, to help carry the stress. So the Bible gives us many examples on how God does this. And one example that stands out to me is out of John chapter 14, verse 27. And it states, peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. And the reason this one stands out is because the peace that God gives us is unlike anything else. We can go and turn to our phones or, go read or be physically active to try to, quote unquote, get away from the stress. But what can really help us is stopping, praying, talking to God, and asking Him on how to help us get through it. Another way of prayer is praying on the spot. So when things come up, it's not bad to just jump into a quick prayer, ask God for guidance, or give you the strength, or give you the courage to get through whatever presentation or whatever needs to be done. So how does prayer help with stress? In an article done by Ruiz, Why You Should Use Prayer for Stress, he states that there are many benefits to prayer. To include, it helps establish goals, strengthens self-confidence, boosts mental health, and gives us hope. The gives us hope is a big one. Personally, I feel that prayer helps relieve the stress that happens throughout the day, and it can be work-related or just feeling overwhelmed. I usually can try to shut my office door and just take a minute or two and just ask God to help me. And the other side of that is thanking God for the blessings that I have in my life and for helping me. So in conclusion, I hope this video kind of gives you a couple of techniques that definitely work out in my life, and maybe you can incorporate them into yours and overall be better. Again, being physically active, start slow, plan, get an accountability buddy if possible, and just stay consistent. And then prayer, essentially the same thing. Stay consistent, talk to God, talk to Him like a friend, ask Him for guidance, ask Him to show you what you need to do, but also thank Him for all the blessings in your life. Things may be going wrong, you may be stressed out, but in the end, God knows what's going on for us. I hope this helps, and thank you.